I didn't fix any of my lights. So I'm about to go fix my lights. There we go. Much more intimate. Ha ha. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. So, we're gonna let a few people get in here. We're even gonna find out if I'm live. I'm live there. Am I live here? I know everybody didn't go to bed. I'm only like a few minutes late. Like literally only a couple minutes late. 41 minutes late to be exact. And am I live here? Yes, I am live here also. Okay. So now to wait. So I want to tell you, welcome to the party pen. What we do here is read the Bible in the most traumatic way possible. It's a good time. So, we're reading the traumatic story of Abe and what's happening to Abe. His wife just died. He had to rescue his nephew, literally killed 5 kings with 300 dudes in the middle of the night. It was wild. And, that was it. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, this whole story of Abe is traumatic. And we are at one of the most traumatic parts of this story ever. So let's get to it. If you're watching, press like and subscribe. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be great. Okay. I wonder where my cousin is. Speak of him and he will come, hopefully. Okay. So Abraham was old, well advanced in age, and the Lord had blessed Abe in all things. So Abe said to the oldest servant of his house, who ruled over all he had, "Please put your hand under my thigh, and I will make you swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of the earth, that you will not take a wife for my son from these women here, because these women here suck. But go to my country and to my family and take a wife for Isaac." And the servant said, "What if she doesn't come?" And Abe said, "Do not take my son to these people. These people are absolutely fucking terrible. Do not take my son there. Do not. Promise." you will not take him. So the dude promised he would not take him. Okay. Okay. Then the servant took 10 camels and departed, for all his master's goods were in his hand. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia, to the city of Nahor. And he made his camels kneel down outside the city by a well of water. At the time when the women go to draw water, then he said, "Hey, God, Abe's God, listen, I need you to do me a solid. Like, have this chick come out, right? And give me water and my animals water, and then I'll know she's the one." Hi, Miss Muddy. I'm sorry you're working so late. Um, anyway, so hold on. And it had happened before he had finished speaking, that behold, Becca, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, wife of Nahor, Abe's brother, came out with her pitcher on her shoulder. Now the young woman was very beautiful, a virgin. No man had known her, because they would know that. And she went down to the well and filled her pitcher and came up. And the servant ran to meet her, and he said, "Can I have some of that water?" And she said, "Yep, and I'll give it to your animals too." Then she quickly emptied her pitcher into the trough, ran back to the well, and drew for the camels again. And the man, wondering at her, remained silent, so as to know whether the Lord had made his journey prosperous. So it was, when the camels had finished drinking, that the man took a golden nose ring weighing half a shekel, and 2 bracelets for her wrists, weighing 10 shekels of gold, and said, "Whose daughter are you? Tell me. And is there room in your father's house for us?" If you're watching, press like and subscribe. We have good time. So she said to him, "I am the daughter of Bethuel. Moreover," she said, "we have both straw and feed enough. Oh, and also room to lodge." And the man did the face thing and worshiped the Lord. And he said, "Man, God is good all the time." Okay. Okay. Now, Becca had a brother whose name was Laban. And Laban ran out to the man by the well. And when he saw the nose ring and the bracelets on his sister, he's like, "The fuck is you, yo?" And this man spoke to me. Hold on. And then he heard the words of Becca. Okay. And that's hold on. And then he went to the man, and there he stood by the camels at the well and said, "Come in, O blessed of the Lord. Why do you stand outside? For I have prepared the house and a place for your camels." Then the man came to the house and unloaded the camels and provided straw and feed for them to water and wash his feet and the feet of the men who were with him. food was set before him to eat, but he said, "No, no, no. I gotta tell you everything that happened. I gotta tell you." Right? So, my master sent me here to get us a wife for his son, Abe. Abe sent me to get a wife for Isaac. And I prayed, and then bam, Becca. So, can Becca come marry Abe's son? And then they were like, what they say? Okay. Okay. And then they said, "Now, if you will deal kindly and truly with my master, tell me, and if not, tell me that I may return, uh, so that I may either stay or go." Then Laban and Bethuel answered and said, "The thing comes from the Lord. We cannot speak to you neither good nor bad. Here is Becca for you. Take her and go, and let her be your master's son's wife." And it came to pass, when Abe's servant heard their words, that he worshiped the Lord and bowed his face and did the face thing. Then the servant brought out the jewelry of silver and gold and clothing and all this kind of shit for the father, brother, and mother. So the dowry. And he and the men who were with him ate and drank and stayed the night. Then they arose in the morning and said, "Okay, I gotta go." But her brother and her mother said, "No, no, no, we need her to stay at least 10 days. After that, she may go." And he was like, "No, no, no, no. I gotta go like yesterday." So they said, "Okay, we will call the young woman and ask her if she wants to go." And Becca was like, "Why didn't we already leave? Like, we could have already left a long time ago." So they sent away Becca, their sister, and her nurse, with Abe's servant and his men. And they blessed Becca and said, "Our sister, may you become the mother of thousands and 10,000s, and may your descendants possess the gates of those who hate them." That is scary. Could you imagine possessing the key to your enemy's fate? That'd be some shit. Then Becca and her maids arose, and they rode on the camels and followed the man. So the servant took Becca and departed. Now Isaac come from the land of Beer Lahoi Leroy, because his dad gave him post-traumatic stress and he lives way far away from there. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field in the evening and lifted his eyes and looked, and there the camels were coming. Then Becca lifted her eyes and was like, "Oh, who the fuck is that?" And the man who was with her said, uh, "That's Isaac. That's who you're going to marry." So she took the veil and put it on her face. And the servant told Isaac all the things he had done. Then Isaac brought her into his mother's tent and did the midnight dance in his mother's bed with Becca so he could smell his mother while he was busting nuts. It's so gross. Oh my God. It's so gross. Okay. We're going to pause right here. Okay. Just for a second. We're going to pause right here. I got to go get something to drink. I'm going to die. That was actually a nice little beat this time. Is anybody saying anything today? No. Okay. Well, we are moving on to chapter 25. Hold on. Let's see. No. All right. We're going on to chapter 25. So here we go. So Abe again took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bore him Zimram, Joktan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, uh, and Shuha. And Jokshan begot Sheba and Dedan. And oh my God. I'm not reading all these names. Anyway, Abe gave all he had to Isaac, but Abe gave gifts to the sons of the concubines which Abe had while he was still living, and he sent them eastward away from Isaac to the country of the east. Okay. And Abe lived 175 years. And then Abe died at a good old age. And was gathered to his people. And his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, buried him in the cave of Machpelah, this where Sarai was buried. And okay. And it came to pass after the death of Abe that God blessed Isaac, and Isaac dwelt at Beer Lahalaroi. Now, this is the genealogy of Ishmael. Okay. Now, this is the genealogy of Ishmael. The firstborn was Nebath, then Kedar, oh my God, I just don't know. Okay. And Ishmael lived 137 years and died and was gathered to his people. Oh, it's time to take medicine. Something is happening. I don't know what's happening, but it's time to take my pills. Okay. 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 Ishmael was 130 and was gathered to his people east of Egypt towards Assyria, and died in the presence of all his brothers. And the genealogy of Isaac, Abe's son. Isaac was 40 years old when he took Becca as a wife. And she was a Syrian, okay? The sister of Laban. Okay. Now, Isaac pleaded with the Lord because Becca was barren, and the Lord granted his plea, and Becca conceived, but the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If all is well, why am I like this?" So she asked God, and God said,
Two nations are in your womb. Wait. Two people shall be separated from your body. One people will be stronger than the other. The older will serve the younger. Ah, did that sound scary? Oh, I bet it was scary. Roar.
God, out of control. So, when her days were fulfilled for her to give birth, indeed, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red. He was like a hairy garment all over. So they called him Esau. Afterward, afterward, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, so that he was called Jacob. And Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them. So the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a mild man, dwelling in tents. He was a vagabond. And Isaac loved Esau because he ate his food, but Becca loved Jacob because only a mother could love someone like that. So it's about to be a good time. Now, Jacob cooked a stew, and Esau came from the field and was weary. And Esau said to Jacob, "Please feed me with that same red stew, for I am weary." Therefore, his name was called Edom. Okay, because why? Anyway, but Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright right now, and I'll give you some food." And Esau said, "But I am so hungry like yesterday. I am like fucking starving." And Jacob was like, "Sell me your birthright, dude. Sell me your birth, and I'll give you some food." And Esau was like, "I don't even care. Just give me some food." So Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. Um, yep, he sold his birthright, ate some food and drank, and then rose and went on his way. And Esau despised his birthright. He sold it because he was hungry. He didn't despise it. He's like, "I don't give a fuck about that." That's not despising it. That's not giving a shit. It's like, it doesn't bother. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I don't know if this is still live. Miss Mud Duck, am I still alive? I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay. I am still going. Totally my bad. Okay. So we're at the beginning of chapter 26, and there was a famine in the land besides the first famine that was in the days of Abe. And Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, in Gerar. And I think this is the same one that Abe fooled. Then the Lord appeared to him and said,
Isaac. Thank you, Miss Muddy. I appreciate that. I don't know what happened. It lost connection. I don't even know. Anyway, don't go to Egypt. Go to the land which I tell you, dwell in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. For you and your descendants I give all these lands, and I will perform the oath that I swore to Abe, and I will make your descendants multiply as the stars of heaven. I will give to your descendants all these lands, and in your seed all the nations will be blessed, because Abe obeyed me and kept my charge, my commandments, and my statutes, and the law.
"Mhm, yeah." So Isaac dwelt in Gerar, and the men of the place asked about his wife, and she was like, "She is my sister." So he did this because, like Abe, he was scared to die. And it came to pass when he had been there a long time that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked and saw Isaac showing endearment to Becca. Then Abimelech called Isaac and said, "Look, this is your sister. Why would you do this?" And Isaac was like, "Have you seen her? Do you want to fight?" No, and I don't want to fight either. It's just easier. And Abimelech said, "What have you done to us? One of the people might have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us." So Abimelech said, "No, no, don't even mess with these guys. Fine, don't even." Then Isaac sowed in that land in the same year, and 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. And Isaac began to prosper and continued prospering until he became so prosperous that everybody got jealous of him and started fucking up his shit, just like they did his daddy. And Abimelech went to Isaac and was like, "No, you are way too big. Go away." So Isaac departed from there and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar and dwelt there. And Isaac dug again wells of water, which they had dug in the days of Abe. For the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abe. and he called them by the names which his father called them. So Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a well of running water there. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdsmen, saying, "This water is ours." So he called the name of that well Esek, because they quarreled with him. Then they dug another as well, and they quarreled over that one as also. So he called it Sitma, and he moved from there and dug another, but they did not quarrel over this one. So he called it Reboel. Now the Lord has made room for us so we can be fruitful in the land, which is why he named it that. Then they went up from there to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him the same night and said,
I am the God of your Isaac. Wait, I don't know what I was going to say, Isaac, but I'm God. I'm the God of Abe and Noah and Adam. Everybody forgot about those guys, but I'm their God also. Shem, you know, your ancestors. Anyway, do not fear. I am with you. I will bless you. I will multiply your descendants for my servant Abe's sake.
So Isaac built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord and pitched his tent, and Isaac's servants dug a well. Then Abimelech came to him with one of his friends and Phicol. And Isaac said, "Don't you guys hate me?" And they were like, "We have certainly seen that the Lord is with you. Let there now be an oath between us. Let us make a covenant with you that you will do us no harm, because we have not touched you or done anything to you, but we sent you away in peace." And Isaac was like, I don't care about that. Let's eat some food. So Isaac gave them some food, and they rose early in the morning and left in peace. And it came to pass that same day that Isaac's servants came and told him about the well which they had dug, and said, "We found water." So he called it Sheba. Therefore, the name of that city is Beersheba to this day. It was already called that, but okay. Then Esau was 40 years old when he took as wives Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Basemath, the Hittite, and they were a grief of mine to Isaac and Becca. Dun dun dun. Oh yeah. No. No. We're gonna have to do 27 tomorrow because it's too long and I am tired. I'm depressed. I miss my cousin though. He didn't show up. I was late, which I totally apologize for. I was totally late. My bad. It's trash night. So I want to thank you for watching. I want to tell you to like and subscribe. We have the best time ever. So please like and subscribe and come back tomorrow. Miss Muddy, good night. And I love you. And I'm probably going to miss your good night. But good night, and I love you and have the sweetest dreams ever.